Hi, welcome to Artisan Quick Tips with Jennifer. I'm Jennifer Wise. I'm an Artisan fan. And today I'm going to teach you about how to use opacity or transparency in Artisan projects. So Artisan is a digital scrapbooking software. And if you are not familiar with it, you can pause the video now to read a little bit more about it. At the bottom there, you'll find my website where you can purchase Artisan and my email address if you have any questions. So let's look at Artisan then. Let me get over there. So opacity and transparency, it kind of just is an adjustment that you can make to an embellishment, a photo even, a paper background. If you just want to be able to see through it a little bit or not have really deep, solid colors, but just sort of a little, opacity or transparency. So what I'm going to do first is put a photo on my page. So I go over here to the photo and pages navigation area. I click on photos and I've got these photos that came up. I click on this photo, drag it over to my page. It's a little too big for my page, so I want to make it a little smaller. I'm going to right click. You don't have to do this. I just like to. And I'm going to lock the aspect ratio. What happens if I don't is I can mess up my photo in ways I don't want to. You might want to do that, but I don't. So I'm going to lock the aspect ratio and just make the photo a little smaller. Okay, what I'd like to do is just use one little embellishment and adjust the opacity or the transparency. So I'm going to come now back over here to my navigation area and click content. Now I have tagged all my digital art, which is another Artisan quick tip tutorial video that you can watch called Tagging Digital Art. If you want to just see digital art that only has hearts, you can do it this way. So I did that and I've brought that up. So all of the digital art that I own or the freebies that I've downloaded are right here, all the ones that are tagged heart. So what I would like to do is use this one. I'm going to click and drag it over here. So again, I want to lock the aspect ratio because that's what I do. And let's say we just want to put it like here. Okay. Now, in order to adjust the transparency of this, I need to click on it. If I want to adjust the transparency of that little heart, so it's just a little lighter maybe, then I first click on it. Once I click on it, this quick toolbar will come up right here. Now you'll see when I click off it, that disappears. Now I click back on my embellishment and the quick toolbar shows up. If you come all the way over to the right of that quick toolbar, you'll see those little tiny black and white squares, and that is the opacity or transparency adjuster. So I click the little arrow next to it, and now I have the ability, so watch as I drag here from 100 down to 90, 80. Watch what happens. I'll do it a couple of times. Watch what happens now to my my heart. Okay, so if I wanted to do that, say with this paper, that's the background, I've now clicked on the paper and I can also change the transparency of the paper. So that's kind of cool. All right, I could do it also if I wanted to the photo. So I've clicked on the photo now. And so my quick access toolbar up here is now all about my photo instead of the other things. Now I have seen this. I've done this a couple of times with my sister-in-law. It's really fun. So let's see. I don't think I have. I'm gonna upload another photo. Okay. So I'm gonna pause the recording and upload a different photo to show you. Okay, I didn't want to drag you all the way through looking through all the photos on my computer. So how I did this was and this will be another Artisan quick tip video, but to get more photos, I just clicked get photos here, and then it takes me to my computer where I can find it and upload it here. So I did. So I uploaded this photo. So what I want to do, speaking of opacity and transparency, this is what I have done with my sister-in-law before as we've worked on books together. So I'm going to delete the background. We'll just leave those. Okay. So, well, no, we'll take them off. Okay. So another thing that you can do, whoops, clicked it too many times. I got too excited. Another thing that you can do with opacity on a photo is make it a background. So let's say that we went to Puerto Rico, because we did. Okay, lock aspect ratio. And then you decide this would make an amazing background page, or like paper, right? It would make an amazing background paper. So we're going to bring it, enlarge it, and bring it over here to be the background. And so let's say that these were pictures now that I took. Oh, undo. I dragged it over too far, so it replaced it. Put it over here. There we go. All right. So let's say now that these are pictures that I took while we were in Puerto Rico, even though they're not. So to make this background page, I could just do it this way, but to make this background photo into like a background page more, I could apply that opacity or transparency. So I click on this Puerto Rico photo and I make it just a little more transparent, so that when I put all my photos and all my little embellishments and such on here, the photo becomes more of a background and it doesn't compete necessarily with the other elements that I'm putting on here. Anyway, that's another option for using that opacity or transparency feature in Artisan. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like it. Give it the old thumbs up on YouTube, because that makes it easier for other people to find the more likes it gets. And if you want to see more videos about your photos, not just Artisan, but photos and organization and memory keeping, go ahead and subscribe to the channel too. Thanks.